Savage presents to you VSOB Savage Sports VSOB Season 2 Savage Mode The Velvet Room In Love with Kimberly Michael The Woman's Perspective The Crown Talk And new to the team, Unapologetic Manhood on SavageCom.entertainment. Like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe to the channel. What's going on, people? How's everybody doing this morning? Other agenda or me be a certain way. You know, when I talk in a way of manhood and holding value to that, you would think everybody would want to celebrate Tuesday morning. Hope your day is going well. They call it sometimes Taco Tuesday. Taco community time, especially if it's shrimp tacos. I'm trying to do research on Clarence Thomas. People looking at me like, why are you doing that? It's like, what the hell? It's like, why wouldn't I do a report in school about the first black superior court justice of our country? Why wouldn't I do that? So I don't want to waste no time and everything. I'll probably want to waste a little time because I want people to come in. Yes. How's everybody doing this evening? About to plug up. What's going on, people? How's everybody doing this evening? Oh my God, it's 7 p.m. First show. Yes, indeed. We doing it. You might hear my son in the background. He's upstairs. I'm in my man cave right now. He like to yell and stuff. You know how Tyler's are. If you don't know, read about it. Yeah, man. This is great. New to the show. What's good? How's everybody? What's going on, Silky? How's everybody, man? I'm here. Yes, indeed. But okay, we're going to get into 3 different topics today. You're going to enjoy yourself. It's topics that's trending right now as we speak. What's good? What's going on, Blazer? And again, I'm going to discuss it. What I do here, I put a video and I will comment on the video, tell you my opinions about it or what have you. And this is how we're going to do it. What's going on? How's everybody? K Boogie, Blazer, Silky. Yes, indeed, man. I'm happy to join the team once again. But we're gonna get to the video and everything. I know you guys seen the thumbnail, and we're gonna get to her. We're gonna get to the mother gangster. We're gonna talk about all that as well. But the first topic I want to bring up is this kid. I don't know if you guys heard about it. It was a kid from New York. I guess it was in one of, it was in what you call it. It was in I forgot what they call it in New York, but in Pab Train or what have you. It's going to come up. And he got into a fight with a police officer, and actually he got the best of the police officer. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but what we're going to do is I'm going to share the video, and we're going to discuss this. All right. So let's get it here. Hold on one second. Let me stop sharing. Let's get here. Here we go. Hope you guys can see that. Yes, indeed. So let's watch the video first, and then we'll chime in on everything else. The commercials. Yeah, I know about the commercials. Sorry about that, guys.
Be safe. Look after yourself.
Indeed.
Look after one another.
Today, the mayor's saying that dealing with crime in this city is an uphill battle, but there is no way that he is going to surrender.
I believe that Albany should consider coming and revisiting some of the violence we're seeing of repeated offenders.
Mayor Adams once again asking for help from Albany and now calling on the state legislature to hold an emergency session to examine the state's bail laws and deal with the city's crime crisis. The call coming after this video surfaced of two 16-year-olds brutally brawling with two NYPD officers in the subway at 125th Street and Lexington Avenue in East Harlem. Police say the teenage boy flew into a rage after the officers asked them to leave the subway when they jumped the turnstile. Authorities say the teenage boy has two prior arrests, one for possession of a loaded gun, another for robbery last week.
Catch, release, repeat. This person was arrested for robbery a few days ago. Now he's back.
The prior charges against the teen are being handled in family court because of his age.
As soon as we catch them, the system releases them and they repeat the action. That is just...
Hey guys, for my guys that live in New York, I get it. Why you in there, the glamour, the food and stuff like that. But, you know, just to stop the video for a second, I really don't understand. The crime is rising. The crime is completely rising, you know. And he took on three. Yeah, actually, it was just one cop, and then the girlfriend that was with him, both of them teenagers, was fighting the girl cop. And he's beating the hell out of the cop. But I feel like, you know, if it was the other way around, it would have been a problem. See, now, then it would have been an uproar. Nobody's talking about this. And it actually was two black cops, a female cop and a male cop. The thing was, they was in the subway. That's what I was trying to find the word, the actual place they was at earlier. They was in the subway, and this what occurred. And this is the gist of what's going on in these liberal cities, you know, very liberal. I don't want to be political about this, but I am political. And the leaders of these certain cities usually Democratic run, you know, and this is the problem. The mayor can't even do anything about it. The kid is back on the streets, as a matter of fact. Hit that like button, definitely. The kids is back on the street, as a matter of fact. And this is the problem. You know, it's like chaos and disorder. You know, these kids is being halfway raised, you know, and this is what if that cop would have pulled out his taser or his gun? See, it would have been a problem. You know, let's keep it going.
We're the laughing stock of the country. This is what I'm talking about.
The mayor wants bail laws re-examined regarding violent and repeat offenders. But Assembly Speaker Carl Hastie of the Bronx says a special legislative session is not necessary. Mike Alcazar is a retired NYPD detective and currently an adjunct professor at John Jay College of Criminal Justice.
If this perp is so bold enough to fight a police officer, what's he going to do to an innocent civilian? You know, they have to revisit it.
Again.
And by the way, it was just yesterday that the NYPD's chief of transit told the MTA board that assaults against police officers so far this year are up more than 55% when it comes to them trying to enforce quality of life crimes like turnstile jumping.
This is what you get when you vote for the people you vote for, just because there's a name. This is what you particularly get. It's a shame, absolutely. You know, hold on one second. Let me turn that off. This is you know, when you pour into, you know, not understanding who you letting in office, this is what's going to happen. You know, we don't hear about what's going on. The violence was going on with the police. And most of these police officers don't want to lose their pension at all. You know, so the police officers that don't give a shit, they're going to show that on mainstream media. But most of these police officers, they're getting their ass whooped. That kid was whooping that cop's ass. You know, like seriously. The girl was fighting them and everything. And people when you see these woke people come like BLM and most people that we know telling you all this stuff that don't matter. Because if that kid would have got killed by assaulting that police officer, it would have been a problem. You know, it would have been riots in New York again. It would have been riots all over the country again. Because believe me, all these mainstream media outlets would have been promoting it more and more and more. And we'd be here thinking being one-sided. You know, I wanted just to see the whole video of it. But this is the kid was only 16. The problem was it was a rail, and it was a rail, what have you. They jumped over the rail. You know how the subway is. They jumped over the rail. The cops saw him, and the cops didn't even want no problems. The cops just said, just go, just leave. They could have arrested them right then and there. Bail law is all about money, no matter the crime. However, the kid seemingly has been around a negative atmosphere. Absolutely. I agree 100%. But who do we break down? Who do we talk to about that? How will a solution occur? You know, bail law is the kid is already he's not even in juvenile detention anymore in less than 24 hours by savagely beating up a police officer that literally had the obligation to kill that kid the way they're trained. But he didn't. He actually tried to avoid the situation. The atmosphere, the negative. Who is raising these kids to be so negative? Who promotes the violence? Who promotes violence in this society? Who promotes single motherhood? This society. Who promotes the men not having that situation where they can actually be a part of their children's lives? The government, the state, the court system. Who promotes all that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no home training. Because only to the cops in avoiding it, absolutely. But that cop could have been severely hurt. Just like they just said, the violence towards cops spiked. The reason why it spiked so much because they listening to this neoliberal news outlet. You know, we're not teaching these kids anything. The atmosphere, the society, the every time you turn around, it's victimhood being promoted. So yeah, absolutely is the atmosphere. It's not even just the parent that's raising them. The parent is just the icing on the cake when the parent is is not really a parent. It's just icing on the cake for chaos and disorder, you know? So yes, condolences to the cop, and it is absolutely the risk in the atmosphere of this society. You know, this do thy will, but Babylonian society, you know? So yeah, and it's just things that we need to understand. See, people don't really want what we call solutions. When we had, it was a show yesterday that we did last night on this channel, and we was talking about that people really don't want solutions, because when you want solutions, you start looking in the mirror. You have to look in the mirror. You have to have accountability. If you want real solutions being made, you have to have real accountability. And most people don't want accountability. Most people want to blame someone else. You know, most people want to blame the society. Most people want to blame the parents and this and that third. But we got to hold somebody to the feet to the fire. Because just like that lady, that man said, if he could beat that cop up like that, just imagine what he's going to do with just an average citizen walking around. Just imagine, Silky, exactly, no home training at all. We're gonna look at this. Some generations are damaged, not over because of the ones that kept families together are no longer living. Now violent parents are raising violent children. And this is why you have to keep on promoting. All these outlets never promote the nuclear family. Mr. Dawson, thank you for commenting too, brother. All these outlets aren't even trying to communicate to, to like tell what's going on. Like the nuclear family, how the structure of the nuclear family need to be better. How people need to start understanding this world is beginning to be more chaotic than ever before. If it's not, it's definitely being televised. If it was crazy in the 90s, we ain't see all that. We know what we've been through it, or in the 80s, we've been through it, but excuse me, the world didn't see it. And that's the difference. The world's seeing it now, and people still don't want no answers because you're going to have to blame certain sectors of people, certain sectors of genders, certain sectors of the courtroom, the state, the legislation, the policies that's in these cities like New York, So let's share that. I'm gonna share this again. It's another news outlet that was talking about it. It's big locally in New York City, but all the mainstream outlets are not talking about it at all. So let's keep it going.
Police say video shows them beating NYPD officers in a subway station over the weekend. As CBS 2's Ali Bauman reports from Harlem, transit officials say it's part of a troubling trend.
Cell phone video shows the fight between two NYPD officers and two 16-year-olds. We're blurring the teens' faces because they're minors. At one point, the boy punches the officer, then wrestles him to the ground and puts him in a choke.
He put the officer in the chokehold, punching him consistently. That officer, I don't know if he's going to ever even be a cop anymore because, again, it's great that he avoided hurting that kid for life, ending his life. But what about that officer? This went viral. How do you think he's going to be acting? He has to get a lot of getting beat up by a 16-year-old kid. And I'm not being funny on it. This is a fact. Getting beat up by the 16-year-old kid.
Chokehold. Eventually, with the help of an MTA worker, the cops are able to put the two teens in handcuffs. It happened.
They're trying to get him off the cop, and he still won't let go. This kid seems like he's more than likely mentally ill, more than likely high off of something.
Around 6 p.m. Saturday at the 125th Street and Lexington Avenue subway station, and the video was released by the Staten Island Borough president. Police say this started when officers saw the two teenagers jumping the turnstile and told them to leave the station. But the teenage boy began arguing with the officers, so they tried to put him into custody, and that's where the video picks up.
I was outraged. What we asked of the NYPD, which is to try to deter and cut down on fare evasion.
MTA Chairman Jana Lieber says he's asked the NYPD to crack down on fare beaters because the problem has tripled in recent years.
We want people to feel comfortable and safe. When they see someone smoking or open drug use or fare evasion, people get worried that that person might do something else.
The NYPD chief of transit says there's also been an increase in assaults on.
Yeah, we heard all that already. But the thing is, guys, this is going to keep on happening. Nothing's going to really actually stop what's going on. And this is going to be the problem that we have. It's going to, as long as we keep on voting in these people that have lackluster policies and stuff like that, it's going to keep on happening. And that's the way it is. That's the way it is today. This is the reality because again, nobody want any solutions being made. Nobody want certain people getting the blame off of this. So these kids going to keep on being neglected. They're going to keep on being not raised right at all. They're going to keep on doing the same thing. Again, doing that to a police officer, that's going to go viral, and that's going to have other kids wanting to do that same thing. That's just the facts of the whole thing. They're going to have other kids wanting to do the same thing, and that's how it is, and who do we blame? This W Good would have loved faster if the cop was W. Yeah, what is it? This, I don't know what you're saying. Who voted for this BS? Many Democrats voted for this BS, and that's the problem. That's the problem. And then we have, it's a very liberal city, just like the city the town and state where I live at. I just don't want to blame them, but you got to blame the policies. You definitely got to blame the policies, and it's Democratic run. Who do we actually is Democratic run? So yeah. What we gonna do? Believe me, I work in the school system as a coach. In the towns where they really don't care how the kid is going to be. What we gonna do about that? We can't do anything about that. So we're gonna have to let it be what it is. So it's another thing I want to talk about. The second situation with Democrats. This is more political, way more political than would be right now. But we got Democrats right now literally mad because HULU is rejecting political ads on abortion. It's rejecting it. And it's hard, and the problem, it's another problem, and it's something that really why is these woke people going after stuff that really don't matter? People want to make money. People don't want to keep on seeing woke stuff all over the television. But we're gonna look at a clip so you guys can understand what I'm talking about specifically. Hold on one second. Let it go through. Yeah, we're gonna get to the gist of it, guys. I'm definitely gonna talk about that lady. But I really want to talk about these two stories. Just want to let you guys know exactly what I'm gonna be about, and it's gonna be other things. I'm gonna talk about everything that's really, really active. So let's get it going. Hold on.
Community, and we won't be forced back into the classroom closet or anywhere else. Part of an attempt to erase the LGBTQ community, and we won't be forced back into the classroom closet or anywhere else. Unfortunately, we know this bill is a continuation of a censorship and surveillance agenda that we've seen from Governor DeSantis, and he's really advancing legislation that doesn't answer the needs of everyday Floridians and instead serves political ambitions in the lead up to a 2024 presidential primary with former President Donald Trump.
We will make sure that parents can send their kids to school to get an education, not an indoctrination.
Republican sponsors made clear that this bill will curtail speech and classroom instruction about LGBTQ youth, LGBTQ families, and LGBTQ history.
I know how important it is to empower parents in this relationship. I want to encourage parents across Florida to own it. They're your kids.
We've seen some really...
Guys, real quick, this tells a whole lot of everything what's going on. We understand they want to indoctrinate and stuff like that. He talks about he's thinking about supposedly we got kindergartens to fourth graders that are LGBTQ. I never really saw it like that, but supposedly. But it's extremely small numbers on that. But these people that want to indoctrinate actually want to indoctrinate our children with this, maybe you are gay, maybe you are this, maybe you are that. That's indoctrination. That's not a kid that's 5 to 7, 8, 9 years old telling you, yeah, I'm gay. No, the small numbers the very small numbers, even in adults, of LGBTQ is very small, but we make it like it's they are the majority. They have everything. If you ask me, we talked about that last night on Miss Kim's show. They have everything. So what else do you want? Like, why do you do not want the children to be protected like they should be? That's a very big problem for me. I have a 3-year-old, my 3-year-old son. I'll be damned if I will homeschool my son, and me and my fiance are working on that as we speak, because we really want our son to be homeschooled, because it's going to get worse. If the people of America don't understand how this function of indoctrination is going to get heavy. If you don't think it's going to get heavier than what it is in 2022, by 2023, 2024, if you don't do anything about it by setting guidelines of protecting your children, you will see how this will interrupt the mindsets of our children if we don't do anything about it. It don't have nothing to do with violence. It don't have nothing to do with that. It's protecting your seed in the best ability you possibly can. This is no fun. This is no like jokey joke or what have you. And we're protecting our children. And a lot of these people, these people that's mentally ill themselves, really want to stop parents from doing that. We already had the government stopping us from doing a lot of other things. Then you want to have a very, very small sector of this country to completely try to make us, our parenting is nothing. We can't protect our children. You have the rights of our children. No, that's not going to happen. Not on my watch, because I know how important it really is. I know how important it completely is. And people need to start understanding that completely. Let's finish the video a little bit.
The vitriolic and disgusting rhetoric accompanying this bill, and a lot of just a lack of information. I mean, when the Senate bill sponsor was asked how you define sexual orientation, he talked about whether somebody is a man or a woman. So that, in combination with another Republican sponsor who supported the bill and said, being LGBTQ is not a permanent thing, we know that there's just a lot of hurtful and
he said a Republican said being LGBTQ is not a permanent thing. For certain people, it isn't. How many of us know a woman that had about four kids, 3 different baby daddies, and all of a sudden they're LGBTQ? It's nothing wrong with that. But how many people? There's nothing wrong with that because I don't deal with it. But how many people do we know? You guys let me know in the comments section. How many people do we know? And this does happen. I get it. I seen it a lot. See a lot of women telling me, man, I'm getting tired of men. I'm going for women now. I heard a lot of that in my 42 years on this planet. I heard a lot of that for real, Silky. And it's funny, but it's true. That guy, he's the Republican guy that said that, you only LGBTQ, for a little bit, and then you back to being straight. For certain people, yeah, it is. I dated ones like that. That's all we hear now. For real. That's all we hear now. I hear that all the time. Like, it's crazy. For the last what 10, 15 years, it's like really prevalent. You know what I'm saying? And people, people that's mentally unstable. And then what he said about how they felt about who is a woman or who is a man, and they think they're not educated. No, sir, you call yourself a doctor. This is the scary part. These people call themselves a doctor, but there seems to be mentally ill, or just so plugged on creating some movement that you want to act like you're silly. How many of these situations we're seeing when we see these doctors, these politicians not knowing what's a woman, what's the definition of a woman, what's the definition of a man? How many times have we saw that in the last year or two? This is they bugging, completely, and I said time and time again, these people, they're about indoctrination, and that's it. It's money being flown. I'm gonna tell you, the LGBTQ, they got that dough. I forgot who said it, but one of the guys that comment, I think it was K Boogie, saying they more powerful than the 80s Crips or something like that. That's a true statement. They way more powerful than the 80s Crips, the LGBTQ plus P community, So that's they are bugging for real. Let's finish what he was saying.
And misinformed language out there. But really, this is clearly an attack on our LGBTQ youth and families, and it is just outrageous. We heard from the governor's spokesperson, who said basically that anybody opposing the bill is likely a groomer, invoking stereotypes about LGBTQ people as pedophiles, which is outrageous.
And let me answer to that. The LGBTQ is I don't know if you guys know the terminology yet. But the me either. I don't like that either. But the LGBTQ terminology in that, I'm gonna tell you what it's LGBTQ plus P. Yep, money, K Boogie, you ain't never lie. So it's all about the mighty dollar. LGBTQ plus P. What do you think P stands for? Y'all say it in the comments. What do you think P stands for? Why get the main event story out? Facebook. Real simple. These people are nuts. Pronouns, it could mean pronouns too. But petty. What are we seeing a lot of when it comes to trying to make that word pedophilia trying to normalize it? Make sure you guys smash the like button, definitely. What trying to normalize it? P is for pedophile. Pronouns is not. Anybody that we talk to, and it's a lot of video on it, that's what that is. They don't want to talk about it, but that's what that is. Absolutely, without a doubt. So let's get to the gist of everything. Hold on one second. Oh man, this story right here is funny, but at the same time, sad. Let's stop sharing. Hold on one second. This is it's sad, but we're going to get to it as soon as I get it here. Hold on one second, guys. Yep. I'm actually going to check it out I'm going to put it on you. What's the name too? Hold on, guys. Yeah, it was a story about this mom talking to the reporter. and it's going viral like crazy, you know, and it's been like, I think for the past, 24, 48 hours, it's been going viral. Let's see. Let's see if, okay, we're not going to do it right here. Yep. I'm trying to get the video of this. All right. Okay, yep. Got it. Here we go. I wanted a longer one. It's this one too, but I want a longer one. Hold on one second. I know they got a longer one here. KT. Okay, hold on one second. Because this is not a longer one. I want you guys to hear the whole gist of that interview. 5 News, Los Angeles. Hold on one second. Happened in Los Angeles, so you know what that's about right there. Okay, 2 dead in here. I hope it's this one, but I believe it is. Hold on one second. Sorry about that, guys. Pansexuals, it's for pansexuals as well. Yeah. And pansexuals, that's a nice word for pedophile. Mr. Dawson, that's a nice word that they display for pedophile, pansexuals. The definition of a pansexual, plain to you, has sex with anyone, anything, man, woman, or child. You doing everybody tonight? Hey, what's up? Yep, what's going on? Okay, buddy, hold on a second. I'm gonna share this real quick, and we're gonna get into it. I hope this is the right video. Yes, indeed. Too dead about it. Let's go.
Now at 7:30, we continue to follow breaking news where 2 people were killed and 5 others were injured and taken to the hospital after gunfire erupted at a park.
Let's go right up to Gil Levis. He's live above the scene in Sky 5. He's got the latest for us. Gil.
Rick and Courtney, you're looking at the crime scene in the heart of Peck Park. This is off the 500 block of Northwestern Avenue with across the Summerlin. This all started just before 4 o'clock this afternoon when shots rang out. 7 people were injured, and like you said, the LAPD has just now reported that 2 of those victims have lost their lives in this shooting. I can tell you that the park has been emptied out of all the people that were here in the park at the time. I can zoom out here and show you that there's a search underway. LAPD is sweeping the park, making a one last sweep of the entire park for any evidence or other victims.
I think this is the video, actually, guys. This is the video right here.
Heartbreak and worry tonight
I
in that
believe.
community.
Our KCAL 9's Rick Montanez continues our live team coverage.
Trying
in
to find
San
that
Pedro.
video.
And Rick, what?
Here we go.
I took care of him.
She rushed son. She identified only as Taz.
He lived with me. I took care of him.
She rushed to the park as people hurried away from the mass shooting scene.
They was shooting.
She said her other son was nearby. He wasn't hurt.
They was moving. Hey, everybody was in distraught. I don't know how to tell you anything otherwise.
All around the large crime scene, neighbors came out to watch the investigation. Some say the park is known to have problems, but nothing this violent.
Yeah, somewhat surprised. You're always surprised when it's your neighborhood.
Charlie Peterson and Dorothy Ridley just arrived from San Diego, checking into their hotel when the shooter opened fire.
We heard all the sirens and the helicopters and everything, and I'm horrified, of course.
It's surprising it happens this close to us. We usually see it on the news, but I never right across the street from where we're staying.
As the police investigation continues into this deadly shooting,
I'm literally trying to find exactly her interview
by the violence.
so we can get to it. It's this lady right here, definitely her.
So in talking with the neighbors, we asked about those car shows. They say they see really large car shows quite often in the area, whether they are in the park or in shopping centers around here. But they say for the most part, they don't see many problems aside from just how big the crowds are. And of course, a lot of people are unsettled tonight, on edge, because police are still looking for whoever opened fire. Reporting live in San Pedro, Rick Montanez, KCAL 9 News.
Yeah, we still trying to look for it. Hold on one second, guys. Let me stop this, but let me look for it for you because I want to go literally over that particular one. Hold on a second. Son. See, we get it here. Hold on one second. So I guess we're gonna have to show the first clip, and it's gonna be a quick clip. Hold on one second. I really wanted to show you guys the full clip, but we're gonna just do it with the second clip. Hold on one second. Yes. And it's funny that you put up the Crip thing. Let's put it in. Hold on one second. I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna look at that again, but I'm gonna tell you right here. Did we see that? Oh, did we see that? Hold on one second. Hold on just 1 second, guys. Let's do that one more time. Okay, here we go.
It's the weekend, and I don't know. I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm from Santana Block Crip, so it's gonna do what it do.
Well, I hope your adoptive son is okay, that you're able to get a hold
but
of
I
him.
heard that he passed.
Yeah. Hopefully that's not true, but it is. I'm so sorry.
Thank you
Okay.
very much.
All right. So again, multiple people shot. We're told that at least 7 people.
Yo, we're gonna look at that clip again, but this let me see what Eric Dawson said. Yesterday morning, a dead teenager was found dead at my uncle's house, whom I go to 90% of the time when I go home. There's much violence out there. Absolutely. Just to talk about this woman right here, about how she so modest at the beginning of the full video that I'm trying to look for. She literally was like putting on she's literally putting on a show, telling people what Crip she from. This is a 50-something-year-old woman. This is the same people that they say that our kids should be around. You know, these are the same people when they say, "Who raised you?" It's like the reporter was trying to tell her, he said Crip, absolutely. She made sure she put that Crip thing in. We gotta look at that again. Look at this. She couldn't wait to say it. The full video, you could just tell she couldn't wait to put the Crip thing in. She did not care about her son, supposedly foster son being hurt, being killed. She didn't even want to go. At the beginning of the conversation they was having, interview, he was like, oh, he's at the hospital. She was like, yeah, he's at the hospital. It's like, take your ass to the hospital then. It's crazy. This lady got to be late 50s, early 60s, man.
I don't know. I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm from Santana Block Crip, so it's gonna do what it do.
Well, I hope your adoptive son is okay, that you're able to get a hold of him.
I heard that he passed.
Yeah. Hopefully that's not true, but it is.
She over here, like this happened a couple, like at least a half hour. They were shooting and everything, the news and everybody. She said, I heard that he passed. Like, I heard that he passed. It's like, she's a foster mom. Yeah, the court system, just off GP, just off being a woman, a lot of times the kid is going to go to that woman. Just off that notation. You know, you can call it whatever you want, but that's just a fact. You know, these, let's read this, where Eric Dawson said, now you can't look for the parents to help. You have to call grandma and great grandma because some parents are worse than the child. That woman looked like she a grandma. That woman looked like she was like, she's just, at least late, if she not late 50s, at least mid 50s, early 50s. She looked like a grandma, you know, and throwing gang signs. And these and then people always ask, in our generation, we always say, what's wrong with these kids? Now we should say, what's wrong with these parents? Because more than likely, that kid is just like you guys were saying earlier in the comments. That kid is coming from so-called parents, a single parent. They're not coming from, most of the time, not all the time. They're not coming from a great household, a normalized household. What Drunk said, her kids never had a chance. Absolutely. Kids never had a chance. And it's a sad thing, you know, but those be the same one. If she actually his foster mom, you know, because you know, sometimes, you know, people, you know, the hood people say everybody they foster mom or the foster child or uncle, godmama, and all that other stuff. But if this actual lady is his foster mom, you might as well have just anybody raised. Like, who is bringing these kids to these people? Because I'm pretty sure they have a record of neglect. They have their own kids are probably being neglected when it comes to who's coming to the household or not. You know, you have to really really have to understand the mindset of these people. This is a grown woman. So we can't sit here and say, oh, she's just a 20-something-year-old woman, don't know what she's talking about. She's silly, 30-something-year-old woman. Yo, I'm seeing more and more really older parents and grandparents acting a fool more than ever now. More than ever now. I'm seeing that a lot, to be honest with you. You know, it's acting recklessly, not caring, having a care in the world, coming to school functions, acting crazy. And they be older, 40, 50. A lot of these people take foster kids just for the, oh, well, hell yeah, Trump. Oh, they've been doing that shit for years. But it's not their fault if you let, the system is letting them take them. The system is not really figuring it out what's going on. I could see, files be backed up. But this is why I always say, are we really protecting the children, or are we more like protecting the woman more than the children? Because society says she doesn't even care. No, she don't care. I wish I could show the whole, I'm gonna try to find a whole video on this woman and what she said. It was crazy. It was nuts what this woman was saying. And I was like, what? Hit that like button. Yeah. I was like, what? Is she serious? Hell yeah, she's serious. She's entitled to be this serious, to be this mentally unstable, to know that whatever she doing these gestures and everything, and it's cool. People don't really care about that, And again, that's why I always say, are we really protecting our kids? Or is that really happening? because the way it look, it don't look like we protecting our children at all. You know, that's just the gist of everything. It's not looking that we're doing a good job of protecting our children. We're doing a good job, a better job. I'm not saying we're doing a good job protecting our women, but we do a much better job than that, than protecting our women to, you know, versus protecting our children. Because this is what it is about. This is everything what it's about. You know, like as long as we give these kids to the and then no disrespect for the women out there that's watching this video right now, like right now anyway, but no disrespect to you guys. But a lot of these women are supposed to take on the child 85% of the time. Because when you have the woman and you have really no protection from the father or what have you, it's easy for government daddy to take over cities, so-called communities and stuff like that. When you have no structure, and usually, no disrespect to the women, when it's just a woman in the house, it's usually no structure. It's going to take decades for change to occur in a damaged community. Absolutely. Link, please. Yep. Send me that for sure. Let me, my silly butt still trying to look for that. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, man. I'm still trying to see what's going on with that part. Trying to find this. They had like a bunch of videos, but now they don't have it. But let's see. Maybe I'll click on to there. Nope, don't have it there either. Not there. Oh wow, look at that. Ugh. Yeah, so this is the thing. We keep on pedestalizing what's going on with our children, what's going on with who's raising our children. Yes, this is going to keep on going. But we as men that's logical and women that's logical, y'all gonna have to start seeing what it is and start really understanding how important it is on who you are making, babies with. You're gonna have to see that. That's the only way it's gonna change. It's just sad they allowed anyone to be foster parent. Yeah, absolutely. And this is the planet we on now. It's one of them things where people don't really care as long as they're not raising them, as long as they're getting different things from the government or what have you, and you have raising a child. A lot of situations, most of these parents and they don't even want help from people that can actually help raise the child, like a mentor, like a teacher, like the police officers in your neighborhood, what have you. They don't even want help with that, So, how the hell or why would we think that they want help, when it comes to based out on that? They don't even want help with that at all. Don't help them. This is what's going on. I help myself, being as though we need the most help in the world. We definitely need that help. Definitely need that help, and it's a big problem. Why many people are having these different situations occur? Absolutely. Let's get it here. Just send the email. Agree, Eric. Yeah. 4 major prevention strategies: law enforcement, developmental, community, and situational prevention. Yeah. That's a strategy. That's what we call solutions that can be made. But again, it's all about tickling the chins of these illogical people. It's all about like the victimhood concept. It's people that have solutions like Mr. Dawson. It's people that have these solutions, but this is, but they don't want solutions. They want more chaos. They want more situations where people are mentally ill. They want that. That's what it's all about. And people really don't understand how funny that really is. People really don't understand that. So like, I'm going to show a video, if I can find this video right here. I'm going to show this video about more chaos, because this is what's going on. Actually, we're just gonna, not the video, we're gonna talk about this is one of the things that I wanted to plug in earlier when we was going over how the show is gonna be run. But this is another thing that you're gonna hear me talk about a lot. Let's look at this. We're gonna look at this. It's me. Okay, manhood, taking the chin. When did you come up with that saying? I didn't come up with that. Somebody, it was a friend of mine that said that, tickle the chin. I forgot who said that years ago. That's how I came up with that. But I want you guys to look at this right here. This is off the Shade Room. I look at Shade Room a lot, but I really hate looking at it. But they be having some crazy stories, what have you. But look at this. Is this sharing? This is the last thing that we're gonna talk about. Look at this right here. Like, what is wrong with these brothers, man? What is wrong? He said Lamar Odom says Kyrie, what's her name? Khloe Kardashian, or whatever her name is, could save holler at him for another baby. Yo, yeah, I don't know if y'all know the word simp enforcer, beta male, stuff like that, Pookie and Ray Ray terminology. But I don't know what's going on with Lamar Odom, but he be really, I don't know what's going on with a lot of these guys that be wanting to date these Kardashians and stuff like that. I be wanting to, as a man, single man, I'd be wanting to, if I was a single man, smash. Without a doubt, he definitely a Pookie and Ray for sure. I don't get the fact that you will want to impregnate this woman. You're not going to be involved. That the family drugs, yeah, but he is a 40-something-year-old man. Like, I get it, but I see these guys, right? I want to impregnate this woman, that woman, this woman, that woman. And damn well you're not going to be, especially with the Kardashians, aka the witches of Hollywood. He's not. She's worth $60 million. I believe he's worth money too. But this is how you are going to be raised. The child's going to be raised. Yes, 47. You old man on crack. Yeah, it's crazy. These dudes chasing a bag, but he already have a bag. He's doing. They said, I don't know, you look that up for me, but I think he's worth millions of dollars too. Still, he's hollering for attention. That's another thing. Grown men aren't supposed to be trying to look for attention. That was another conversation we was having last night. Why are you so much looking for attention? Why are you promoting being loose with your seed? You're almost 50-year-old man. I think he's like almost 50-year-old man, thinking that the only way he can get it. It's crazy. You're promoting how to be loose to other young men that's going to make bad decisions, and they're going to be in debt because a lot of these men ain't going to be finding people like Khloe Kardashian that's older than that is worth $60 million. Roman clout chase off women. It's crazy too. His net worth is $56 million in 2019. I'm pretty sure he still got at least half that, half that money. Thanks, Dawson, for giving me that information. I'm pretty sure he has half that money. I'm pretty sure, and just to do that, instead of, you know, promoting manhood, this dude promoting simp, being a pookie. Wanting to go inside a woman that probably got all sorts of things going on with her. 30 million in 2020. Yeah. 30 million in 2022. Yeah. He shouldn't be worried about that. He should be worried about somebody that can treat him like a king. But males like that, they don't want to be treated like a king. They want to be somebody's step stool. Pookie Kardashian, you sick with it. They want to be somebody's step stool. I just don't know why this man bring up, men like him. He's not the only one that be putting things up, but he's like kind of like he loved this girl for some reason. But homeboy, the man that she's chasing, what's the other basketball player? What's his name? That she's actually with, I think. He messing with all the chicks in the Hollywood, but she's still chasing him. You know, honestly, Lamar is so lost, I wouldn't even know where in the beginning trying to get his mind right. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But as I say, I forgot what is the guy that she's with actually, and Lamar be Tristan Thompson. He be playing her, but she's still chasing him. The $60 million woman that can have any man on the planet. She's still chasing him, Tristan Thompson. Because you know why? Because Tristan treat her the way she's supposed to be treated. Lamar Odom, he don't get that. Men like him don't get that. I believe it got to do with drugs, but I think he's still a simp with or without drugs. In my opinion, he's still a simp. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, guys, I'm especially happy for you guys tuning in. I'm going to do 3 shows a night. I'm going to do a whole lot. You say she's probably she probably do to Lamar Odom. Because Tristan Thompson, it seemed like he don't give a damn. They just caught Tristan Thompson in Greece with a chick 2 days ago, for real. And she's still chasing him, Chloe. And she gonna keep on chasing him. They like that chaos. They like that chase. Well, they know all you guys that's watching it. You know when a woman don't get you, don't know what's going on, she wants you more. You know that. You know, but again, a lot of guys don't know that because I guess her kickies is good to certain guys. David Ruffin. No, David Ruffin. David Ruffin, boy, he seemed like he was, in those days, it was a lot of David Ruffins, to be honest with you. But guys, hit that smash button, man. I enjoyed my first show. I'm hoping to get on other people on the show as well, interviewing and stuff like that. I'm very pleased to be a part of the Savage Network. Man, we're gonna be getting it going, man. We're gonna be getting this going more and more. I'm gonna do 3 shows a week, hopefully. We trying to set that up, and people and all you guys that been commenting and everything, keep on doing that. I'm gonna make a better show for you. The next time I'm up here, I'm gonna keep on making a better show for you, being very well prepared, just doing what I need to do because I want. Everything's gonna be serious with me, but I can kid around as well. But it's gonna be topics, trending topics. It's gonna be political and things of that nature. So be prepared, man. Enjoy your night, guys. Everybody, salute Eric, Drunk, K Boogie. What was the other name? Charlene. I hope I'm not messing up your name. Shayla. I think it's Shayla. All right. Y'all have a great night. Peace, guys.
Are you ready? Jim Savage presents to you VSOB Savage Sports VSOB Season 2 Savage Mode The Velvet Room In Love with Kimberly Michael The Woman's Perspective The Crown Talk And new to the team, Unapologetic Manhood or Savage Calm Entertainment. Like and subscribe.